I promise I wasn't messing with you. Psych. No, but I did have a little technical difficulty there, which killed my streams. I had to start a new one. So if you're trying to find the old one, it's gone. Blew it away. But sometimes, technology doesn't play very nice. But, we got past that. Looks like over 1,000 of you are in the house here, various multimedia outlets here on social media. So we're going to get down to business. I know while you're here, it's not for a Super Bowl recap. You've already gotten all that. So let's go into the action, which is the big change in our weather. Gorgeous weekend. We had lots of 60s and 70s out there. Oh, so nice. And Monday's going to start out nice and then go right down the pooper. Keep this PG-13 rated. And then we're going to have a little bit of a winter weather again. So last Friday I mentioned get ready for a nice weekend and basically, snow for next week. So this is why we're all here. So let's get on with it, shall we? And again, I apologize earlier for the confusion. So, things happen out of my control on occasion. All right, getting into the maps. I'll make this one pretty quick, believe it or not, because I got things to do. I want to be done here by 10 o'clock. That's 15 minutes. I hope to be done in 10 minutes, so we shall see. All right, so first off, here's a look at temperatures as we head into tomorrow. I want to show you around the 4 o'clock hour to 6 o'clock hour. Big change here because this right here is a cold front that's driving southward, so it's going to replace the nice weather we've seen around here. It's going to get rid of all these 60s and even some 70s for Monday afternoon and replace it with 30s and eventually into some 20s here in northwestern parts of Oklahoma by Tuesday morning. It'll recover a little bit in the day. During the day on Tuesday, low 30s. So again, we'll probably just barely get above freezing in the afternoon in Oklahoma City. And then right back down to the cold as we head into Wednesday morning. We'll be down around 27 degrees, lots of 20s out there. And that's not the only story for Tuesday, by the way. With the winds that'll kick in, let me show you the wind chill values with these. So here's wind chill values as we head into Tuesday afternoon. They're in the teens to low 20s, and they're in the teens for Tuesday night on into Wednesday morning. So if you're traveling anywhere across the southern plains, all the way down to Dallas, even up north into Kansas, you got a lot of teens and some 20s for wind chill values. Once you get out to western Kansas and Colorado, they fall below 0. You can start your day at a -4 just south of Pueblo. How exciting that would be. Not for me. All right, now that's not the only thing I want to tell you about for Tuesday, by the way. There's a window for Tuesday morning through the, let's say, early part of the afternoon before we warm up freezing here in Oklahoma City. This little sounding profile indicates freezing drizzle. So what that means is Tuesday morning might have a little bit of ice around here to greet you on your morning commute. That will not be pretty on area roadways. So I'm going to tell you now, it's more than 24 hours notice, so we can get the word out. We can see if it's still going to look that bad tomorrow and then tomorrow night. We'll look at the data then, but I want to let you know now that's something you'll have to contend with before you even get to the snow. So what is our snow maker? It's this system out here into the desert southwest. It's actually dropped across the northern Rockies, an odd place, which is good for us, and then down here in the southwest, and it's going to kind of zip on into North Texas through Texas as we head into the next few days. So we get all this energy that wraps around this guy and feeds right here into Oklahoma and Texas, and we also pick up a lot of the moisture that goes along with it in the subtropical jet stream. So you got upper level energy, you got the moisture, all thanks to this storm system moving on in. So that's the upper level picture. As we said, it'll kind of scoot on by this as we head into Wednesday night and Thursday, kind of dives a little further into parts of Mexico, but the whole general trough axis, which is really a long wave trough with a piece left behind down here, that squeezes through the central part of the country for about a 24-hour window. So we're on the southern end, and for us, since we have the cold air that came first, looking good. You don't get these setups that often, but when you do, finally some snow, some good snows. But again, who's going to see the snow? I'm getting to it. Hang on 2 seconds. Let's see. What I want to also show you is a couple things here. This is a look at the ensemble model run, the short term. I want to show you every one of these panels has blue, all right, even some red. Red indicates the winter mix of sleet, maybe a little bit of freezing rain. But otherwise, for the most part, here in northwest Texas, Oklahoma, That's a lot of blue. What that means is every model of this ensemble run says blue. That means it says snow. So it's not like it's not going to happen. The question is now is just how much. And you've heard me tell you time and time again, up until about 24 hours out, this is all for fun. Once we get about 24 hours out, we'll start getting serious on snow totals, but this is just our first stab at it. We're looking at the data here for tonight. This is a look at that same high-res ensemble run here for Oklahoma City specifically, just to show you it's got an average of around 3 inches. So this black line right here represents just over 3 inches of snow here in Oklahoma City. And again, that's just for today's run. This will change along with everything else. Here quickly is a look at that freezing rain here in pink across northwest Oklahoma, central Oklahoma on Tuesday morning. So again, if you'll be driving around Tuesday morning, you're going to have to deal with this. This really starts Monday night around midnight out across far northwest Oklahoma, so some icy roadways. This is very, very light precipitation, by the way, on into, let's see, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It kind of lifts out of central Oklahoma and in northeast Oklahoma, Tulsa, and then on to Arkansas. If we look at the freezing rain accumulation in this, and you can see it's very, very light. All this gray is barely even registered, only a couple of hundredths. But remind you, it only takes a couple of hundredths to cause a skating rink on the roadways as long as the ground temperatures are warm or cold enough. Now, that's the savior for us Tuesday morning. We should have some residual warmth, but the bridges and overpasses will be susceptible. So again, reminding on Tuesday, if you're joining me late, some ice on the roadways. All right, now we'll look at ice totals for this event coming up with the snow. This is for Wednesday into Wednesday night. You can see some ice through Dallas-Fort Worth and southeastern Oklahoma, back down toward Waco and probably down toward San Antonio. So this system digs pretty far south. So you got some pretty good ice totals that'll be developing, and the models will pick up on this over time. It'll massage the numbers, but that's the kind of general area right now where you have more of the sleet and freezing rain. And then once we get west of this is where you pick up the snow in this area. So let's take a look and see how that plays out. I'm going to show you a couple of models here. These are from the morning runs. This is European. That says 4 inches. Tulsa 4, Oklahoma City 5. There's 4. There's Lawton almost 6. All the way down to northwestern Texas. By the way, this is Dallas-Fort Worth. Guys, right now, I'm not expecting a lot of snow for you in Dallas-Fort Worth. If anything, you might get a little bit of a mix toward the end of this with some sleet. But the bulk of the snow right now looks to be off to your north and west. Now here's a look at the Canadian model. It gets a little crazy. It's got some 5 to 7 inches of snow. This is the American model. It's out to lunch with all of its own ensembles, and it dumps 14 inches of snow in Dallas. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. You guys can look at this and salivate and dream, but that's about as all you're going to do is dream. Here's a look at the high-res version of that same model. Same thing. It's just going to have to dream. As we look at the NAM model, I'm going to give you a little hint on the NAM model. If you ever hear somebody use the NAM model for snow forecasting, you need to laugh them off your television or off your social media, phone, tablet, whatever. The only time you ever want to use the NAM snowfall totals is if it jives with the European. That's about the only time you want to use that in a winter storm situation, especially this far out. Now, once you get about 24 hours out, it should come in line with most of the others, and it's okay to use it then. But this far out, it does this stupid stuff, 11, 12 inches of snow, big, huge swaths. I don't think it's going to happen. All right, and then this is the UK Met, which is the European model as well. But, comes out of the United Kingdom, and it's actually pretty good for wintertime. It's got 4 inches here in Oklahoma City, 3 in Tulsa, and down southwest. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. All these models are great. And again, they're all going to change, and the numbers will change a bit, and the area will change, believe it or not. I actually expect, this round here to shift to the south and southeast a hair. Just about to approach Dallas-Fort Worth. That's where I think it's going to go. So where does that put Oklahoma City? Ooh, let's take a look. For example, I'm going to show you, this is the, the European model from this morning. Now I'm going to show you the midday run, and it's got my idea. All right, so this is the morning run. Remember, it's got the bullseye up right through 44, Oklahoma City through Tulsa. Okay. Now, if you look at the run that just came in a couple hours ago, look where it's got the bulk of it now. This is Tulsa, so it's south of Tulsa, south of the metro, so it's south of 44. So you see that trend down the south? You see what it does to metro totals? It means Norman, hey, you guys are still jumping up and down, but it means up here in Edmond, I'm going to be really angry. Especially this number keeps sliding down south from me. So that's the trend I'm noticing. That's likely a trend that's going to happen, so it's giving you a heads up. But we got plenty of time to massage this kind of stuff. So, but I wanted to bring that to your attention. And then finally, for fun that has nothing to do with snow, I just want to show you my website, AaronTuttleWeather.com, which has a bunch of data on here for weather you're going to like. One of them right now is just the flu report. We were talking about the flu just because of the coronavirus. And the entire country has widespread flu. It's crazy. And then every now and then, Oklahoma will come up as like number 2. Oklahoma City, number 2 of all flu cases. This is a big bad deal here. But this is on the data tab of AaronTuttleWeather.com. It's the flu report. You're going to have road conditions on here. So if you want to travel during this upcoming winter storm, you can look at that. You can look at real-time weather reports. So as soon as it starts snowing, you can take a look at that map. It'll start popping up in the map as soon as people start to record either sleet or freezing rain or snow. It's a lot of good stuff on there, so make sure you check that out. All right. So that was a little shameless plug of my own doing. All right, so that is a look at the weather. So you now know there's a storm system coming. By the way, the snow is going to be from roughly late Tuesday night through Wednesday night. All right, so it's about a 24-hour period of snowfall that will be moving through the state, Oklahoma, and even parts of Texas, and then it's out of here. So you can get some pretty decent totals in that amount of time. That's a long window to have snow. And then again, I'll be surprised of a little touch of some little freezing drizzle on Tuesday morning into midday Tuesday, because temperatures will be pretty cold that day. Several of us won't even get above freezing. So there's your 2 big weather stories, plus of course the wind chill into the teens. So it'll be a shock to your system compared to what we just had. I spent the whole weekend, most of it outdoors, doing projects. I'm beat. I'm tired. I did more plumbing stuff. I was on the roof doing a weather station stuff, and I need another day to recover from my 2 days. And now you're up there on the weather, so I had to go do that too. So we're good there. I'm going to do a real quick round robin. Want to thank you guys for YouTube, for watching tonight, and leaving your comments on there in your chat. Sometimes you guys are really, really active. Sometimes just a few things. And then same thing for Twitter and the Periscope tie-in. So you can watch me on Twitter as well. And you guys every now and then leave some comments there, so that's cool. I try to get to them, but I can't read them until after I'm finished talking to you. We'll go over to my Patreon Facebook weather group page, the private page you can get access to if you become a Facebook fan supporter or a Patreon member from AT's Weather. The link is in the top of this broadcast. You can just tap it. It'll take you there. It's where you can sign up. Let's see. Hey guys, a lot of hellos, waving of the hands. Little Big Papa Pump is on. I don't know what that means, but he was actually my favorite wrestlers. We had 71 in Kansas today. Brenda, I know it. Oh, gorgeous out there. I think I can get a little bit of sun. Do we need cottage pipes to freeze? Now, we're not in a situation, by the way, of any freezing pipes, which is good. Even though the wind chill values will be in the teens, it's not a pipe breaking or bursting event for us. Go to the main page here on Facebook for you guys. Probably over 1,000 of you there at one point. And then, let's see. I can only scan through the last about 20 comments. I'm going to scan through real quick. If you had a quick question, now would be the time to shoot it my way. I'll spend a couple minutes here, and then I'm going to let you go for the night. I actually got most of the weather done in about 10 minutes. How about that? I actually met my target. I usually kind of get a little long-winded, but you know. Let's see. Yeah, the European typically is pretty good for snow. Typically. But let me tell you, they all stink when it comes to snow. Overall, they all have a long way to go. Just letting you know. And you'll never be able to know the exact amount of your house. These are always best guess estimates. But what you can know, and the forecasts I've given you guys before when we had these snow events, remember I cover most of the state, actually all the state, and then some of the surrounding areas. So when I tell you snow's in the forecast, I do mean it, and it does happen. And the question is how much and where, and that's where some of you get really angry because it's not hit your house. But then for everyone that's angry, one's happy because they don't have to, deal with it because they've got to work. So I get it. All right, let's see. Scrolling through some more. Erica's got a flight 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning. You got to watch for the icy roads, probably just bridges and overpasses. But, it only takes a couple of people that lose control to cause a traffic jam. So I'd give it a little early. And make sure you check in Monday night. So tomorrow night I'll do a Facebook Live around 9:30 like I usually do. And then we'll give you the update there as well, see if anything's changed. All right. For asking if it's going to be, and there should be a little bit of that, freezing rain, sleet mixture again for Dallas-Fort Worth. So it's probably some icy roadways down in Dallas for the event for Wednesday as well. It's still too early to get too specific and all that. I'll have more of that for you for tomorrow. But again, for most of us, this event doesn't really start until late Tuesday night. So we still got plenty of time. We got Monday to go. We still got all of Tuesday to go as far as weather data to really narrow down the most hard impacted regions and exactly what precip type. Because winter weather precip type is fun, as in a headache to forecast sometimes. Crystal, my husband's heading home from New Mexico Wednesday night. Anything? Well, yeah, there will be. Yes, angry because Ada has seen none. Well, Bray, looks like this might be your year. So, Bree, you'll be happy because looks like Southern Oklahoma is going to be the place to go. So we've covered East, we've covered West, and even North has gotten it. Now we're going to cover South. By golly, if Central Oklahoma misses out again, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to shoot nothing but angry emojis the next broadcast you see me do. I swear. I will fill this screen with angry emojis. Anyway. All right, listen. I got to get out of here. It's 10 o'clock. I'm sure you guys want to go watch the news. Why, I don't know, but it's on there. And you can see what the other guys say. Just for fun. And I'll join with you tomorrow. So be sure you like and follow this video. Tell your friends and family about me. Get my weather app, AT's Weather to Go. And let's see what else. And check out my website, AaronTuttleWeather.com. And that is it, my friends. We'll talk again soon. You guys have a great night, and thanks for watching and for your comments, questions, and concerns. All right, see ya.